brought to you by Noah's Arcade.
We are back, bringing it. I thought I'd just, you know what? I just thought I'd start just recording.
Yeah.
You know, just for the and giggles. I'm going to start swearing now.
Wow, bloody.
Swearing up like bloody pills and
Hits and pills.
Boats and hoes.
I had to swallow quickly then for fear of spitting.
Phrasing.
Freezing.
Boom.
I had to see because I've never really watched Archer either.
no.
And you guys love that show. I have there's a Loot Crate.
Yeah.
They have lots of different. They have Loot Anime and they have like Loot Game and the One Up Box, and they have different forms of Loot Crate now. And they do one called Loot Wear, and each month you get item of clothing, themed exclusive item of clothing themed around a particular thing. One month I found out they were doing a Futurama one, so I did that one, and it was a short sleeve Futurama hoodie. Really cool thing, and it's got all the characters on it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Forgot to cancel the subscription. It's those shots I did whilst we were not recording. And I forgot to cancel the subscription, and then the money came out of my account, and they were like, next payment for the next month's thing. I looked up the next month's thing, it was Archer. I was like, if it had been a different subject, I might have kept it. So I emailed them, and I was like, look, I'm really sorry. I planned on cancelling, but I forgot. I'm really not keen on Archer. Any chance you could swap this subscription, this payment? I'm not asking for a refund. I'm just, if you could swap this payment and get me another crate of some description from the range that you do, I'd quite happily do that.
Yeah.
This guy gets
Quite fair.
yeah. Guy gets back to me. He's like, it's all right. We wouldn't normally do it, but I've cancelled the subscription and refunded you the money. But we wouldn't do it. But there you go. Thanks very much. I was like, oh, nice. I was like, cheers, mate. Thank you. That was
Because you
really,
went a nice way about that. Oh, yeah, you can do it. Yeah.
yeah, really appreciated that.
Yeah.
So big shout out to Loot Crate there. Yes, so we are episode 23. And once again, high definition.
Anton Bang.
Monkey Man Phil.
Now you're enjoying some lemon sorbet there, aren't you, Phil?
I am. Lemon Sorbet is good for you. Just like it's good for space astronauts.
For space why is what?
I don't know.
Oh, there's no actual proven link between astronauts and lemon sorbet.
Yeah, there is. NASA proved it.
I never know what to believe with him anymore. He just stares into your eyes and then you just believe anything.
That's it, yeah.
I try and stare into people's soul.
I'm really curious about what you're watching and why.
Oh, I was just watching what he spoke about a minute ago.
Lemon sorbet?
No. Something we're going with Sonic.
Oh, Sonic Mania.
Yeah.
Yes, we were talking about the lineup for EGX being a little bit thin on the ground at the moment. And Sonic Mania being one of the games that I'm interested in watching, playing.
Did you say that the lineup for EGX will be
The lineup for EGX is being announced.
Alright, is this an episode going on?
Whenever.
Just making
Why? It doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, I was thinking, hang on, if there's going to be like one episode now and then one episode in a month, we're going to say that.
No, hopefully if the next episode we manage to do is sometime at the beginning of October, then we will be able to talk about what was at EGX.
Yeah.
But no, this is... If all goes to plan, this episode will come out before EGX.
Cool.
But after the previous episode.
Yeah.
Stefan went to Gamescom, right?
You shut your whorish mouth. Why did you do it, Ant? Why has he got bust balls like that?
He just likes to fight people, I think.
I'm shameless and I like to fight.
No, Phil. No, Philip. I did not go to Gamescom.
Oh.
Thank you.
But you won.
You know, I told you, didn't I, that the guy who won it started following me on Twitter
Really?
Yeah, blocked him.
You
Yeah, and I blocked the girl that won as well. And For Honor.
I won, you lost, get out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was just like, go away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Plus, I don't want to I don't want you to see me being all bitter about it. Anyway, this episode's theme, I haven't already said that. No, I don't think I have. This episode's theme is sci-fi, which was Ant's suggestion.
It was, yeah.
I don't think I've done it justice, but so I'm going to wait and see what you guys have been.
I haven't done it justice whatsoever.
Oh my god, guys, I've only played one of them.
I've played a couple of games that could be considered, but it's a subject that I can go into detail about because today there was a new game released on PlayStation Store, but we'll get to that. Phil, concentrate.
It was like, I love my sorbet.
Just sat in the corner.
I like sorbet.
Screw you guys. I'm eating lemon sorbet.
Sorbet is so good.
If you've been playing one game, what is that one game?
I have been playing Alien Isolation.
Oh,
Which
nice.
I mentioned before
You have.
in this series of events that is our podcast. And I still play it because it's the longest game I think I've played on the PlayStation 4. It's at least a 45-hour game. I'm sure of it. It's the first time I'm playing through, so I'm scared at everything. Every single corridor, it's like playing the early missions on Alien Trilogy.
I don't think I've actually played that. That sound was Ant leaving in disgust.
That was good.
Quick getaway.
Yeah, that was good. No, were you saying to Stefan or the sorbet?
Just
Sorbet.
particularly nice bit of sorbet
Yeah,
there.
that was good.
I like sorbet.
Nice.
Candy.
Yeah. Just think of Woods all the time. Do that.
James Woods.
James Woods, yeah. Not
Ooh,
so good.
piece of candy.
He's good. So I went the other day. Oh yeah, it's a White House Down, and I forgot he was in that. He looks so old now.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't remember having. Oh no! What is it? What? I think it's Olympus Has Fallen. I've seen.
Oh yeah.
White
I've seen
House
both.
Down just looks.
I prefer Olympus Has Fallen, and you don't really need to watch White House Down if you've seen Olympus Has Fallen, because that's the better of the two. But watch White House Down.
Okay, because James Woods is in it.
It's more or less James Woods. Yes, I wouldn't say that Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx are the biggest stars.
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie
No,
Foxx
I'm not watching
is the
it.
president.
Oh, I hate Jamie Foxx. I absolutely despise him.
Not even in Collateral.
Haven't seen it.
Oh.
Is that the one with?
Not Any Given Sunday.
I don't think I've seen that either.
Django Unchained.
Yes. No, I didn't like him.
Oh. Did you prefer Christoph Waltz's character than Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer Christoph Waltz.
And even Jonah Hill's character.
Yeah.
But no, I don't like.
all that long.
I didn't even think he was all that good in Horrible Bosses.
Oh, as
Whose name we can't say. Although
Edward
Phil would
Jones.
quite happily say it and make me work harder for the edit.
Yeah. My favourite bit is actually that line.
Melon Farmer Jones.
Melon Farmer Jones.
Yeah.
He goes, you should change your name to Melon Farmer over Jones to avoid confusion.
Yeah.
And that is the best lines in the movie.
Right, you're Googling that now, aren't you?
No.
No. Phil's Googling, how can I get more lemon sorbet?
No, he's saying what to do with a brain freeze.
Oh my god. Went to the beach, bank holiday weekend. I'd had my heart set on a whippy ice cream for ages.
Because they're amazing. With
Yeah,
Flake?
yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. Do you know what Clare does with Flake? Oh, that sounds bad. Oh, that sounds bad. Oh, my God.
Go on.
Right, I'll tell you what she does. She pushes the flake to the bottom of the cone, so that when you get to the bottom of the cone, you start chewing through flake and also ice cream and also cone. She pushes it right through to the bottom, and I was like, I never even thought of doing that.
Summer's over now. How am I going to get a decent whippy and a flake, and then be able to enjoy that?
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
such a good idea. And she's like, I am the queen of desserts. And I was like,
Sorbet.
well, not a sorbet. Though.
Not a
Still
sorbet.
Looks at me seductively whilst eating sorbet.
But it was that warm on the bank holiday Monday
yeah.
that our ice creams are melting quicker than we can eat them.
Right.
And I'm trying to eat mine as quick as possible, and I get 2 brain freezes during the course of eating my
Wow.
whippy. Gee, it was awful.
Yeah. Have you ever seen cats get brain freeze?
I've seen that. Yeah. Oh my god, it's.
It's the same face every time, so
Yeah.
you know it's real.
But yeah, 2 brain freezes during the course of eating that.
That is impressive.
It's not impressive. It's horrible.
It is literally
I
like...
wanted to die.
Yeah, exactly. It's like what I would think would be the second part of an aneurysm.
So the first part was the beginning of the race on F-Zero
F-Zero,
GX,
yeah.
and then the following part is a brain freeze.
That's it.
Do you get brain freezes with lemon sorbet?
No.
What do you get with lemon sorbet, dare I ask?
Happiness.
Oh,
Just happiness.
Just
It has
happiness.
been awfully quiet whilst
It
eating
has.
that. It's been really
Phil, what's
like...
the name of the place? Plug the name of the place where you got the lemon
Lollipop
sorbet.
Gelato Labs.
Oh, where's that?
Just behind Commercial Road in Bournemouth.
Oh, wow. What's this road here called?
Commercial Road.
What's that road there called?
I don't know.
Ah.
I don't live on that
I
road.
was going to say it's on the corner of Commercial and wherever the road's called, and say that's all American, because it's a gelato place, you know it's Italian.
Italiano.
But yeah, plug.
Plug.
Lemon sorbet.
They're an independent company, aren't they?
From Italy.
As in the
Started
company's
in Italy.
from...
Yeah.
So are they independent?
Yeah.
Or they're a big brand?
Big brand in Italy.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to have them out then, because they're a big brand. Okay, so no problems.
I don't know. I don't know. Not going to help them out.
But in space, no one can hear you brain freeze.
That's true. This brings us back to Alien Isolation, which
It
I was
is.
playing. It's like very similar to Alien Trilogy, is what I was saying.
Okay, never played it, so
Oh, wow. I thought you would have.
I got a copy.
Oh my god, it was so good back in the day. Now, it would be really hard to play now, and the reason why it is because it's a first-person shooter, but it had a very flat, plain way of playing. So you'd have a face hugger down on the ground, so you'd be walking towards this alien, and then you want to shoot on the ground. And I know every time I'd be like, oh no. So you'd look down. There was no in between looking straight ahead and looking down.
Right.
So it was and then you had to basically wait for the face hugger to get to a certain position before you could start shooting.
Okay.
When you were up against a normal alien, it was petrifying, but it was actually better because you were straight on with them and you could just fire straight.
Yeah.
So it was very rigid on that. But with Alien Trilogy back in the PlayStation 1 era,
I think I've got it on Saturn.
yeah, it was available on Saturn with better sound effects.
Can't clarify that because I haven't played either.
But yeah, when I'm playing Alien Isolation on the PlayStation 4, I'm getting that feeling. Do you get brain freeze?
No, he was just that was his happy face.
I'm enjoying it.
Lemon
He's just
sorbet.
like lemon sorbet.
Yeah. So when I'm playing Alien Isolation, I have that feel of the first couple of levels of Alien Trilogy when it was really my favourite part of the game was the first part because it was when you're in Aliens 2, when the Marines are going through that base that they're in.
The Marine.
Or in Aliens.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. To make sure when you realise that. Sorry. So yeah, when they go through that, it's that bit. It looks very similar to that. So you're walking around as Ellen Ripley, Ellen Ripley's daughter. Sorry. Who's trying to find out what happened to her mum. This Alien Isolation. Sorry, the storyline is basically between the first movie and the second.
I've played up to a point.
Right. Okay.
When you meet the first guy and then he gets killed and then you get the train shuttle thing.
Yeah.
That.
Oh, she's done up to that bit.
Yeah. So an hour.
Okay. So yeah. So I'm a little bit ahead of that. I think I'm on 26th or 27th hour
Blimey.
playing it, and I also play it on my on my Vita as well.
Right.
I remote play it.
Because you get scared.
Yes, that's what I've mentioned previously. I was in bed with Claire, and she was eating a Mr. Whippy and a Flake, and, and I was playing.
is that a euphemism?
It was a euphemism, but don't worry, she wasn't really. She was asleep. Well, this is the problem. I woke her up, and I was playing Alien Isolation
With a whippy flake.
Flake pushes the bottom, and I was playing with my headphones in, and it's so atmospheric with the headphones in. And I try not to break into laughter.
Try it.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? So then I was playing this game, and the alien came down from the venting system, and I hadn't seen the alien for a good 2 hours. So it, out of sight, out of mind, I didn't think the game was Alien anymore. I just thought it was get away from the robots. Because there's robots that come into the game as well. I think they're called John Does, actually, and it's basically like the robot does all the maintenance work and stuff like that, but it turns on all the people in Sevastopol, which is the space station you're on, or the section you're in anyway. So I'm just walking around this corner, I'm thinking I'm quite happy, and all of a sudden I was a bit lazy, a bit sloppy, I won't lie. I started to walk normally, which creates more sound, instead of just creeping around, because I had got a little bit lazy, and literally this alien just dropped down from the ceiling, and as it did that, I went, ah! Like that, dropped the PlayStation Vita on my chest, which obviously then made a real, sound, and then I went to go pick it up, and of course then I'm trying not to get killed by the alien, which killed me, and Claire was then looking at me, and I remember it so well, because she woke up, she's usually really, really angry when I've woken her up, so I'm really careful, and she's just like, are you hungry? And I was really confused by her question, because it was like, why the hell would she say? I was like, no, why? She's like, make a meal out of that, go to bed. Like that, and then
boom!
And I was just like, fair play. And then I literally just saved the game and went to bed. She got her, so since then I haven't played Alien Isolation with my Vita next to her in bed, because I know that I'm going to, again, get lazy and sloppy, walk around the corner, and an alien's going to jump out at me, and I will jump.
And then land on your chest, and you make me
yeah, exactly. But the thing is, what I'm having a problem with is I'm yet to see a large amount of face huggers, and I know they're going to be in the game soon.
Oh, okay.
But I've been playing it forever.
Because it's basically, isn't it? It's the alien from the first film.
Yeah.
So there's just the one.
From what I can gather, yeah.
But it will murk you at any given opportunity.
Time, yeah. And what I love about the game is the fact that if you had all these extra items, like the PlayStation camera, when you're stood around, you got that. Yeah. So when you're playing it, if you turn that camera on and you start to then move around, you would be, and if you're crouching down, you would actually, as you move your head, it would then move in line with the game. If you had your microphone on, if you make any kind of sound, the alien will hear it, or the John Doe will hear it, or the people will hear it. So you can create distractions. So you can then say something over here, and then you'd walk around to this way. So they'd go to look there, and then you can walk around.
Okay.
Or your cat can jump onto your lap and then start to really crawl into you and make you scream, and then the alien will see you and kill you. That's another way it could happen, which both of them happened, which was really.
You said Claire asked you about what you wanted for dinner as well at one point.
That was right.
And the alien
killed me as well, and that's when I stopped playing with microphone on, because I had enough of scenarios that were affecting me that weren't my fault, killing me. And on that game, the save points are quite few and far between, so you might go like an hour and a half before saving. So it's like in Resident Evil with the ink things. Yeah,
and you've got to make sure that the alien isn't already on top of you when you're about to save, because the time it takes to save, it will kill you. It will kill you during the save, and then you could be yes.
Yeah. And when I meant by ink ribbons in Resident Evil, I don't mean you have only a certain amount of game saves. I mean how far and few between.
Oh yeah, no, I understood that bit.
Yeah, you want people at home going, they're nothing like Resident Evil game saves. 1-star rating.
Have you got? Is there any? Can I get a little bit on? Whatever's.
Can I get a whoop? Can I get a whoop whoop?
I have you two. Whilst I'm doing that, I have brought snacks again. I always seem to bring snacks and stuff with me. I thought sci-fi got these for my birthday.
Wow.
These are limited edition Ghostbusters Key Lime Slime Twinkies.
Key Lime Slime.
Key Lime Slime.
Oh, beautiful.
They are very nice. As you can see,
I
there's
remember you
not
talking
that.
about them.
Yeah. One for you, Phil.
Hostess with the mostess.
And one for
I
you.
think you said that last time you were given a Twinkie.
What, hostess with the mostess?
Yeah, I think I remember how you saying it.
Now, you don't have to eat them straight away, but
I probably won't eat the whole thing straight away.
They are very tasty.
Very sickly as well. Sugary.
Actually, not that bad.
Oh, okay.
Not quite as not as quite as sickly as you'd expect.
Because I've had the other ones and it's very, very sickly sweet.
It's more the actual sponge is the more sickly part in these ones. but they are very tasty. So yeah, there you go.
There you go.
And then there's 2 left for me.
Yeah. Speaking of Alien, I played the game, didn't like it.
You played a game and you didn't like it. Is it sci-fi esque?
Yeah.
And what game was that then? Phil?
Aliens.
I thought we paused it, to be fair.
No.
Aliens.
That's why I started eating pizza.
It's fine.
Aliens Colonial Marine.
Colonic Marines.
Yeah.
I heard so many bad things about that game that I never even bought it.
What's wrong with Colonial Marines? I keep trying to make colonic jokes because I've heard it shit. You see, because
I get that.
what's wrong with Colonial Marines then, Phil?
What's right with it?
I hear the AI is broken to all hell.
The AI is broken to all hell. The graphics are like PlayStation 2.
Really?
Yeah, if not worse, you're honest. Yeah. Like, the aliens are not as tall as you, for some reason.
Huh?
Yeah, the aliens are like...
They're supposed to be like 8 foot tall.
Yeah,
They're like
7 foot,
just
aren't they?
supposed to be just about as tall as you are, Phil.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine Phil cosplaying as an alien.
That'd be really good. He was so huge.
I'll be Abed.
Troy and Abed in the morning.
Abed just as an alien.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
I know he's a sexy cat.
The one where he, they had the Halloween party.
Is he dressed as an alien in that one? Does he?
I'm sexy
I
cat.
had to say it. It's like a thing in my head.
Go on, do it.
I'm a cat. I'm a sexy cat.
Phil's dribbling from his beard there.
Was that?
Again.
I'm going to ask me a saying that. The reason why I said it's a good point that you said about Colonial Marines being made on the PlayStation 2 is because that's when it was originally being produced.
Oh, was it supposed to be a previous gen game?
Yeah,
was
it was in design during... I think it was right, if I'm right in saying this, it was in design in the PlayStation 1 era, getting ready for PlayStation 2. It then went through developmental hell. And it was just literally was going from place to place and no one was ever doing anything good with it, and it just went through an even more hell, and then it was released on the next generation after PS2.
That's strange, because Gearbox
Yeah.
and Sega, who actually aren't, as producers, aren't...
They
that
both picked it up right at the last bit.
Okay.
And Gearbox tried to do as much as they possibly could with this broken game that they bought from somewhere else, and I can't remember who had it before. I'm getting a feeling it could be Atari, which would
Sounds
make
like
sense.
they've had the license.
Yeah.
It was terrible. Like, I haven't even played that much of it, but the aliens go down in about 2 shots.
Yeah, I've heard it's terrible. And when you compare that to like Alien Isolation, which is almost a survival horror game,
Yes.
they play so differently.
Yeah. And to be honest, aliens you're meant to feel like that fear of terror rather than going, oh, it's not another one of those.
Yeah. Well, with Alien Isolation, the DLC that comes with it is all based around what happened on the first movie.
Yeah, because I've got the full set, and you've actually got Sigourney Weaver's Ripley is one of the DLC modes.
That's it. Yeah, I think it's called The Last Survivor. I think it's called. It's basically how she runs to how she gets from the last person being killed or something to the shuttle.
Oh, okay.
You can do it a different way and stuff like that, and it's like obviously it's to do with the storyline. So it's got a real big fan part of it.
Oh,
Isn't
yeah,
that the one
Christ,
we played-
original Xbox.
Yeah.
Isn't that the one we played up at EGX before it even came out?
What, Isolation?
Yeah,
Yes.
we played that level when it first came out.
Yeah, with flamethrower.
Because you had to get to the end.
Yeah, there was a thing for the quickest time of getting to the end. And I
totally do
it
that
scared the hell out of me when I was climbing through the little tunnel
Yeah.
duck things, and it was just like, "Ruh!" I was like, ah!
Because there was one for doing it without the bleeper.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can
Yeah.
do that now as well. I can probably have to do that.
All right.
Maybe that's what's annoying. Back then, when I'm playing, I'm like, oh, I could never have done it. I got killed every time. And now I'd be like, aced it, dropped,
Boom.
walk away, champs.
I need to play it, but I need to find my glasses in order to do PC gaming. I can't play on my PC without my glasses on, and I can't find them.
That's an issue. If you can't find it, you can't play it.
I know. Otherwise,
find glasses. Because what are you going to use to find them?
I only need them for that kind of. I'm not like Thelma. My glasses.
That always reminds me of Johnny Bravo when he runs into his girl and both of their sets of glasses comes off, and she's like, my glasses, I can't see without my glasses. And then Johnny Bravo's like, my glasses, I can't be seen without my glasses.
It was always There's you ever watch a series called Duckman?
Yeah.
Jason, I think the guy's name is Jason Alexander, who we were talking about earlier from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
He was the voice of this Duckman, Duck Detective, and he wore glasses, and you only saw his eyes when he had his glasses on.
Like,
when he takes his glasses off to clean them, he has no eyes. So you literally put them back on, and he's got these blinking eyes. But when he takes them off to clean them, nothing there. I've got all 4 seasons of that show on DVD. It is amazing.
Yeah.
King Chicken. But anyway, it's not sci-fi, so unless they're talking anthropomorphized duck
Wow.
is sci-fi. It wouldn't be science fiction, would it?
The word sounds science fiction.
Kind
It
of,
does.
in a way.
The fact that I actually said it in one
Yeah.
take is
I'm saying
science
science
fiction.
fiction, so I don't understand what it means.
Anthropomorphized. It's the humanizing of animals.
Oh, okay.
So if you're like, if an animal talks, it's anthropomorphized.
Bit like my monkey,
What?
James.
Good name for a monkey.
Speaking of sci-fi, and speaking of
James.
James, the released full consoles today, Star Trek Online.
Today?
Today.
What?
Yeah.
I've been following that for like the last 4 months. Every day I've been Googling it. The 2 days I have been Googling it, and they've released it.
Yeah, it came out today.
It
And
said
there's a
full on the
Wrath of
advert.
Khan costumes DLC set that is free as well. Rather than Googling anthropomorphized,
Wow, these are really nice.
anthropomorphic, I accidentally Googled something else. It means having... No. It means having human characteristics. So walking on 2 legs, talking,
Oh, okay.
wearing clothes.
So what's going on?
It's because it's,
What's guanin? So is that what you're going to download now?
if you can press the buttons.
I'm really annoyed that
Press them buttons. Press
Claire's already
them
texted me saying that she's in
buttons.
bed, so she won't be able to answer the phone. I was going to tell her to go downstairs and download this.
But, yes, Star Trek Online came out today and it looks good.
Yeah, that's what everything I've seen on it. It looks really beautiful.
I watched a 20-minute review by someone who I will
It's in the free
actually...
games. It's in the free play.
I will actually load it up and give them credit, actually, because it was a good review and it was entertaining as well, so credit where credit's due on that. Call of Duty!
No.
Call of
Free to
Duty.
play turned off. Why is your free to play turned off?
It's not, it's in... oh no, it is, sorry. Don't matter. Okay, history...
Made by, well, it was made by someone else. You're talking about Star Trek Online? Oh, sorry, don't remember me.
Star Trek Online, it was made by someone else.
Yeah, it was made by an original company.
Yeah, that's not free to play yet, though. Tomorrow Children is not free to play yet. The Founders Pack is pre, but gives you a load of stuff. Okay, Star Trek Online, the review was by ACG on
Have a
YouTube.
file for Star Trek Online?
And it crashes. ACG on YouTube, they
Goes to
do
free to play?
lots of
There.
reviews. Their review of Star Trek Online for the consoles was very good, so there we go.
Yeah, they've completely changed the entire interface of when it was on PC, because I had it on PC and I got to the level of captain and now I've got to do it all over again because your game can't be transferred across. I wish they would have told me that before I reinstalled the game and then did the whole remember my password thing.
You had to go through all that, did you?
I did, yeah.
Only to find out that you can't take it across.
15.29 gigabytes required. That's actually not too bad, and that would have downloaded by the time I got home. It's so annoying.
But apparently, graphically, it's actually the lighting and stuff that they've introduced on it from the PC version is actually very good. They say that the ground combat isn't great,
The same as the PC then.
but the space combat is awesome.
Yeah.
And the customization on your ships and stuff. And there's like actors from the show who pop up, their characters pop
Yeah,
up.
you've got 7 of 9 is on there. Tuvok's in there as well at some point. Neelix is in there at some point. And then you've got, I can never remember her name, it's one of the Cardassians, she comes up. And also Zachary Quinto
Oh yeah?
does a bit of voice acting in there. And there's also Spock as well, which is Leonard Nimoy. He does a lot of voice acting. Because when it came out on PC,
And is it the same Doctor?
Robert Picardo, he plays the voice in it.
That guy's amazing. There was Groot.
Yeah, that guy there, he is in pretty much every episode of Deep Space Nine. He's plays a small background character called, I think it is. And the only time he ever goes to say something, Quark goes, he asks him to be quiet, and he looks at the camera and goes, he's always talking. It's quite clever. And that's all the voice actors. So you've got Harry Kim, will be doing a bit in there as well. Nog from Deep Space Nine. Paris, which is in Voyager. He's actually the guy who created Chuck.
Oh, wow.
And the other person I haven't mentioned is... Oh, we've got...
Michael
Dawn. Dawn. You can go suck my widgets. I guess that's a few of my Rocky dentists.
You didn't say that Wolf's head looked like a fanny. I knew we were going to say that tonight, talking about Star Trek.
Yeah, so that's every single...
Nine is hot.
Jerry Ryan. I've always had a bit of a thing for Jerry Ryan.
I've had a whole other thing for Jerry Ryan. That
there you just went past was a Negvar bird of prey.
Yeah, I know.
It's one of the most powerful ships in all of the Klingon Empire. Well, it's like a level 4 ship where there's 5 tiers of ships. So when you get to tier 5, it's like the end game ships, and they are just like these fleet Armada style ships that have loads of little.
See, because that's a standard bird of prey, wasn't it?
That one there is a Borel bird of prey, which is the one that goes before the Cavort bird of prey, which then goes into I can't remember what the last one's called.
It's got Borg in it.
It has got the Borg in it. That's the 7th season. So when you get to it's all with the series of the game and how the storyline goes, it's all done in chapters. So series 1 is done as this training. So you basically have to go to Starfleet Academy or the Klingon Empire or the Romulan Empire as well. They're in it as well. You pick that starting faction. You have to go to their home world, then go through the training for it. And then once you go through the training, you then join season 2, which season 2 is all based and focused around. £65.99 for the Final Frontier bundle. It's tempting, so I don't have to get a Miranda class for the first 10 hours of the game.
There's a Wrath of Khan costumes thing you can get. Where is it?
Oh, that's for people who download it and play it on the first day, isn't it?
Yeah, but it only came out today.
Yeah.
Click that then, Phil.
Mm-hmm.
And
go to add-ons.
Go to add-ons. There you go. Yeah. Wrath of Khan movie uniforms.
That's really good, actually. 'Cause that's one of my favourite ones. That's from Star Trek. Or basically, which one's that in? It's Enterprise B's in it, so that's Generation. Oh, it's any one after episode. Not episode. Sorry, it's from Star Trek 4 or 5.
All of them.
I've not seen it.
What? Any of the Star Trek movies?
I haven't seen Wrath of Khan.
You haven't seen Wrath of Khan? Star Trek 2?
That's why I'm out here.
That's like
I'm
one
ashamed.
of the best ones.
I know.
So when I was
you and Miles recommended that, and
when I was talking about Miranda class, I don't want to be in Miranda class for 10 hours. That's the ship that gets destroyed. Well, not destroyed. That's the one. One of those kinds. It's a Reliant class actually that gets taken by Khan.
Right.
That's when they go up against the Constitution class Enterprise.
I need to. I downloaded that and First Contact and another one in HD.
Yeah.
And they've just been sat on my computer, and I've been meaning to play them, watch them.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, with the how the game plays out, it's all done in seasons. So it's like season 1. There it goes. I think they're on season 13 or 14 now. So it goes from season 1, which is the training of the game, which obviously you have to learn your ship. You become go from an ensign to a cadet to an ensign. That's when you get given your first ship, which is a Miranda class, which is known from being in the Battle of War 359, which is a Star Trek episode where the Federation go up against the Borg, and it's like they get absolutely decimated. 1 Borg cube versus like 40 Starship
I've seen
ships.
I think I've seen pretty much all of the Borg
First Contact is
episodes
where
and First Contact and
but the Saratoga is like one of the ships that's in that. That's what Captain Sisko's wife is called. I really love Star Trek. You may have noticed. So yeah, it's all done in seasons. So the second season is basically then all focused around the Klingon War. So, or the Klingon Federation War. And if you play as the Romulans, you're like those little guys that come in from the side and like take little punches at everyone. Sneaky little Romulans. They're green-blooded and they're horrible. I don't like them.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so if you choose the Federation, the main story arc is all about going up against the Klingon and vice versa. And then as you go on through the seasons, that's when they start introducing other characters and federations. So, for example, one of the seasons is about the Breen War, which is an alien race from Voyager, and another one is basically about when the Borg invade. That's like season 7, I think that is, when the Borg invade, and that's like quite hectic, that one, because they want to attack planet Earth, or Kronos, which is the Klingon home world, or Romulus or Remus if you're from the Roman Empire. Oh, the tropical ice pack. That's really cool. You're going to buy it. You do that stuff. Oh, you put it in your hand. And
He's become one with the controller.
Yes, it's all mind control.
He is Zen. That's lemon sherbet for you.
That's what it does.
Not sherbet. Sherbet.
You have a piece of gum. So yeah, and that's how the seasons all work. And there's also loads of side missions as well. Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
It's amazing. You can check it out on our stream on our channel.
Yeah, I could.
Noah's Arcade UK TK. YouTube.com///.com.
So yeah, and then there's those side missions where you can go and talk to the Federation. And
are you alright there, Phil? Are you at a lemon thingy high?
I'm listening, because I don't know much about Star Trek.
Oh yeah, I played it quite a fair bit when it was on PC, and that's why I know so much about it now.
Have you never really watched it either?
Not a massive fan of it.
And here they are to come and get you.
Who? Oh man.
There are people who haven't seen Wrath of Khan.
The filth.
Yeah, the filth.
No, sorry, I've seen the Wrath of
The
Khan.
5-0.
I've definitely seen the Wrath of Khan, but I haven't seen anything else.
The Wrath of who?
The Wrath of who?
The Wrath of Khan!
Wrath of Khan.
I've seen the Wrath of Khan!
Don't take my pass, I've seen the Wrath of Khan.
Wrath of Kant?
It's Khan.
Should be more positive. Wrath of Khan.
Wrath of Khan.
Have you seen Star Trek Beyond? The newest film.
I have not seen the newest movie.
Oh, it's good.
I am looking forward to Star Trek Discovery, which is the new TV show, which is coming out in January, and also Star Trek Bridge Commander, which is coming out in VR as well. But I'm not that interested in the current Abrams movies.
It's not Abrams, this newest one.
The series in my head is that.
Oh.
I like how it's bringing people into the Star Trek world. And they are good movies. They're really good science fiction. The acting, for example, by Chris Pine playing Captain Kirk, really, really good. It's not Star Trek. So when I'm watching it, I don't like Enterprise either. So I only watched like the first 8 or 9 episodes of that, and then went, this is boring. And I love Scott Bakula. I really love Scott Bakula, but I couldn't stand watching him talking to his dog about how the events of this ship are so important. It was just starting to get...
Yeah, but when they get trapped in, I think it's they're exploring this thing called the Expanse, I think, in the 3rd and 4th seasons.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
And...
So you've seen Enterprise?
Yeah.
But have you seen the other ones?
Yeah.
So you've seen Deep Space Nine, Voyager?
Yeah.
You've done all the work for all the TV shows, so you've got 500 episodes, but you haven't seen 6 movies.
Yeah, no, I know.
It frustrates me whenever that does that.
I think it's mainly because no one... The TV show was easy to watch because it was on TV.
Yeah.
And because no other members of my family were into Star Trek, so I couldn't just watch the films because not even my dad was into... he got me into watching Red Dwarf, and my dad liked sci-fi. Blade Runner was his favourite film.
Blade Runner 2 with the letter.
But then I personally, as much as my dad loved Blade Runner, I always thought it was a little bit overrated. But anyway,
it's more the Philip K. Dick novel that I think people crave about, isn't it? Yeah. Do androids
dream of electric sheep, isn't it? But because no one else in my family really watched sci-fi, and my dad wasn't a fan of Star Trek. I never got to watch never really got to watch the films until Generations, or if something was on TV. I've seen Search for Spock, and I've seen Journey Home.
It's a shame that you've seen that one as well. The worst thing you could have said, I've seen The Voyage Home, and I've also seen The Final Frontier, which is the
Voyage Home. Sorry, that was because. No, isn't there's Voyage? It's Voyage Home, not Journey Home.
Yeah, it's a Voyage Home. Yeah. So you got Voyage Home.
That's the one with the whales.
The whales. Yeah. And they got the Cerulean the Cerulean probe is coming towards England. It's coming towards the planet Earth, and it's sending a signal onto the planet, and it's not getting a response back. So then it has to go and try and find why. When it gets there, what it will do is destroy the planet, trying to find the signal.
Yeah.
And then because there's no more whales left after the war, they'd all died out in the 23rd century, they were going to go to the planet to find out why there's no more signal, and that's when they had to go back in time in a Claymore bird of prey and get the 2 whales and then bring them back to by going around the sun in a bird of prey, which then makes you go back in time. Which I'm surprised no one else has tried. By the way,
because sadly at the moment birds of prey aren't quite large enough.
I know.
They just burst into flames.
Yeah, they're not even very.
If you can get them to take off with you on them.
Yeah, that's right.
And go out of space.
And go into space.
Yes,
yeah, absolutely.
You can achieve the velocity needed to exit the Earth's atmosphere on the bird of prey.
Yeah.
That in itself is a miracle, but if you don't burst into flames following that, then you might have a chance.
That's right. 100% correct. But yeah, Final Frontier, which is the 5th one, Star Trek movie, it's written and directed by William Shatner.
Yes, no, I've heard.
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible, and he admits that I don't know if he admits that it's terrible, because that would be a main defeat, and he doesn't. It's Kirk, he never.
Yeah.
I can't lose. So, yeah, the 5th one is very, very weak. But the 6th one, which is Undiscovered Country,
Okay.
that one is probably the best one of the 6.
Oh, okay. I think I've heard. I think from you and Miles, it was Wrath of Khan, Undiscovered Country.
Yeah, always for me it goes between,
Okay.
depending on how I feel.
I would have to make an effort.
And Benedict Cumberbatch has made at the moment episode 6. Star Trek 6. Being my favourite one.
I liked that one, but the fact that it kind of takes the Wrath of Khan kind of a thing and turns it on its head, and it's like.
Took his planet, turned it on himself.
But Beyond,
Yeah,
the newest one, was co-written by Simon Pegg himself,
I've heard it's really, really good.
and it's probably more Star Trekky than any of the new ones.
Yeah.
So when you said that was what was missing from, it's because it's directed by the guy who did couple of the Fast and Furious films.
Right.
So it's contemporary.
I haven't seen any of those since the second one.
You needn't worry. They don't reference it in this one. Vin Diesel doesn't turn up and start in a Miranda class and start doing donuts around the solar system.
I like how he's throwing out Miranda class now, like he knows.
Yeah, me and Miranda class were like that.
Yeah.
So it's more. Yeah. When you say Miranda, I think of that one that is on the BBC, keeps
Miranda
falling over. Yeah. But it's very actiony. It's very summer blockbuster actiony. But it's the most Star Trek of all of the 3 films. And there's a really nice goodbye to Leonard Nimoy in it as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do a good job with that.
How do you think? I've not seen it. How are you think they're going to deal with the Anton Yelchin in the next movie?
That's a tough call.
Because they're
They
saying
actually, in the end credits, there's actually a thing that says for Anton.
Yeah.
You said they're not going to recast.
Yeah, that's what I know. They don't want to make them Chekhov won't be in the next film.
That's a tough call. I'd have thought they'd have found a way to have killed the character in this film.
Yeah.
But they don't. So.
Does he wear
don't
red?
know. No, he doesn't. He's a
gold.
yellow. Gold.
He's yellow. Because I know the red ones died more.
Yeah, they do in the original series, and then they changed it in the from Next Generation onwards to make them more commander. So that it was the captain and the commander of the ship would wear red.
But in the
all the
first
crew.
of the Star Trek,
And security.
in the first Star Trek reboot, the guy dies spectacularly, instantaneously on their very first They purposely did that because it's when they're going down onto that huge laser drill thing.
Oh, in the first movie?
In the first movie.
Oh, yeah, I saw it twice.
Yeah, because we went first time, and he piles into this thing at high speed and is just obliterated.
Yeah, that's
so they actually, that
Red
was quite
coats.
good. Yeah. Just out of nowhere. But yes, looking forward to Star Trek Online. I'm hoping it's the closest thing I can get to Star Trek Armada.
I love that game when it first came out, but only the first one, because when the second one, I couldn't get my head around the 3D-ness of it. So you could have, not only would you have battling that way, it'd also be battling it was all over.
It was. It did make it. I completely forgot about that. It did make it a lot tougher.
Yeah.
That you were, rather than just having a 2D plane, you had to think of it that you were in a 3D space.
Yeah, and sometimes.
But during the attacks, you always went up and down to meet the automatic. It almost seemed superfluous to have the 3D plane, yet they still worked on this 2D plane. You just had this 3D element, so things could be actually underneath you and above you, but it made no difference.
It just made it really annoying because sometimes you'd be playing it and all of a sudden a massive sovereign class would just come flying across the screen and you couldn't see nothing what was going on unless you zoomed out.
It was like Command and Conquer, but in the Star Trek world.
Yeah.
And the second one you could play online, but everybody always picked the Borg or Species 8472 because they were OP.
Yeah, and they really.
And so you couldn't play as It was waste of time playing as Federation or Romulans or Klingons because the Borg or Species 8472 just completely annihilated you.
Yeah.
The Borg could just literally come along and beam people off your ship. So each of your crafts, because you had an armada, but you had crew that commanded that. So whenever you built a ship, it came fully stocked with crew.
That's health, so to speak.
Yeah.
And if you had your shields up, your crew couldn't be taken from you, from the ships. Yeah. But the Borg could come along, disable your shields, and start beaming people from your ship onto theirs. Yeah. And without a crew, your ship would just sit there and do nothing. So you had to go along with
and then
a ship.
They would assimilate the ship.
Then they'd assimilate the ship and take it themselves, if you were even more unlucky.
Yeah.
So they had your crew and your ship. But sometimes they would just take the crew and just scarper. And you'd be like, right, I can send an overmanned ship across to that, put enough crew in it, tractor beam it, or put enough crew on it to get the systems online to kind of limp back to your base and re-crew the ship.
It was actually quite a fun game.
And Species 8472, they were just amazingly overpowered in terms of all of their weaponry.
Because obviously they could kill the Borg.
Yeah.
In Voyager, so they made them overpowered.
Anything about this?
That was the end of Voyager, wasn't it?
No. That was the season before. Unimetric Zero is the name of the episode. It's the end of season 6 going into season 7. Is
it just solely the Borg at the very end of Voyager? Because Janeway has the shuttlecraft that's been modified.
Yeah, the Delta Flyer, yeah.
Oh yeah, the Delta Flyer, of course. And it's been heavily modified to withstand...
It's a plate of armour.
Yep.
I only watched the end of season 7 on Voyager for the first time in about a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
That's them. Yeah.
There was an alliance formed with the Borg in order to... Because they were killing the Borg as well, weren't they?
They were more efficient at killing the Borg and they couldn't adapt.
Yeah. So... They didn't kill them, though. They just sealed them in...
The Alpha... Beta, the Beta quadrant, I think.
Yeah.
That's where they're coming from. I think that's where they came from.
Yeah, so rather than...
Or fluid in space or something like that.
Yeah, because the Federation couldn't fly in there, wasn't it? Yeah. Their ships wouldn't handle flying in there. So, but from what I remember, they don't destroy them, they just seal them in that...
In the wormhole that was let them go through or something.
Yeah, some sort of... Oh my god, I want to watch it again now.
Yeah, Star Trek Armada was quite a fun game to play.
Yes. I remember I completed the first one, but because of the online, I ended up playing more of the online than I did, and then my PC, and then I moved on to I think Windows XP, and I don't think was it an XP title, and then my PC was too powerful and wouldn't run it or something.
I remember that. It's a shame when that happens on PC and it became too powerful to play.
Or I just too much time passed and I'd moved on to Windows 7 and couldn't pick up a copy that would work with Windows 7.
Yeah, I'd say an issue with Knights of the Republic.
Okay, because they'll just end up running too fast, and it makes the game harder because it's running at a much higher speed than it was
designed to.
Yeah, even with everything set to max. What are you doing there, Phil?
Just looking at Star Trek Armada pictures.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, they put a couple of hours into that game.
Good, many hours. Yeah. Many hours. I was also hoping to, I was saying I was trying out that impersonation in the car that I just couldn't get right, and I'm not even going to try it. At the recent film and comic convention that they had at the Vic over the weekend,
Robert could have gone to.
Well, you could have gone to. Robert Llewellyn was supposed to be there. Robert Llewellyn, Crichton from Red Dwarf. he was supposed to be there. That was the only reason I was going, to get his autograph, get a picture with him, and I was going to take my microphone along and get him to record an introduction for an upcoming episode of the podcast. Sadly, he cancelled the weekend before, and so I didn't go. So I was trying to work out an impression in which I would kind of say what he would have sounded like, but I couldn't get it right. So
that really pains me now that you're not going to say it.
no, it was awful. Yeah, no, I wasn't. I was like,
Your impression of him is really good.
the thing is, I haven't done it for a while, so I would need to perfect the impression again, and then attempt saying.
Yeah.
And I just, because it was such a last minute thought, I couldn't. But yeah, unfortunately, so we don't have an introduction from Robert Llewellyn on any of our episodes at the moment. Yet.
Well,
He might come to, because there's 2 conventions at Bournemouth every year.
Yeah.
So he might be at one of them next year.
Yeah.
He did comment on Twitter and apologised for cancelling, and he said soon. So.
Well, I look forward to him not coming to next year's event.
Well, he actually cancelled last summer's as well, so it's becoming a little bit.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like Bournemouth. Something happened here.
Maybe. But new series of Red Dwarf, 22nd of this month, September. Oh my god, I can't wait. Love that show. The trailer looks like there's plenty of Starbug in this one. Yay! Best spaceship in the whole TV, in any kind of
Space.
film, TV shows.
Sorry.
It's not the most powerful by any stretch of the imagination, but it's Starbug.
What about Firefly?
I've only ever seen Serenity.
How have people only ever seen the movie, which is the end of the series?
I've got all of the episodes downloaded in HD, and I've seen the first quarter of an hour when they're sending out the crybaby thing to distract the ship and their
Send out the
salvaging.
Crybaby. Yeah.
I've seen up until that point, but my wife won't. She won't even entertain. She's not a big sci-fi person, so she won't entertain
It's
me.
Clare, but she loves it because it's the mix
Western.
between Western and sci-fi. It's like it's beautiful.
Oh, I could have.
It's a show that it should never have got cancelled. I'm so passionate about this, and I almost sometimes when I've seen Firefly now maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 times, and then watch the movie after every time because you have to, and oh my god, that means something happens in the movie, and you have no little connection to why it happens. The bit with Wash.
When he dies, is that?
Spoiler. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
But yeah, you're going. Oh, come on, because you haven't seen the 12 episodes before it, which build up Wash's character and how funny he is.
Mission's Wash.
Oh, I just Alan Tudyk.
Adam Tudyk is such a cool actor.
He is. I
there's
want to
so
see
many-
Con Man. It's a show about he's a star of an old TV show that, and it's just him doing the convention circuits.
Oh,
and,
that guy, yes.
Yeah.
And Nathan Fillion is in the same series, and he's still working, and he's like big and famous.
Yeah.
And Alan Tudyk is like this other guy who's friends with him, and he's just like leading complete opposite life.
Oh, that sounds actually quite
It's
funny.
got Felicia Day in it as well.
Oh wow, she's in it too.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know about how much of it she's in.
Yeah, because
But-
she's obviously in Dr. Horrible Singing on the Blog
Yeah.
with Nathan Fillion.
She is in the new season of Mystery Science Theatre 3000
She
as well.
is.
She's
I
one
know
of
that.
the
Hosts.
mad scientists.
Yeah.
Well, you don't. She's not host as such, because the host of the show is Jonah. He does the Nerdist with Chris Hardwick.
No.
Jonah something. I've only ever heard of him when he got announced as the new host of Mystery Science Theatre 3000. He is the host as such, and then you've got all of the other characters kind of do little bits around, but it's still because what's that guy's he just reminds me of a midget version of Preston Lacey from Jackass.
That's funny to me straight away, just to imagine a midget version of Preston, that was all.
So I'm quickly
Searching.
MST3K new cast announces, and it's going to be on Netflix
Yeah.
as well. But I mean, I put in for like the £100 Kickstarter, so I'm going to get all the episodes to download
Yeah.
prior to that anyway. Okay. Jonah Ray, the guy's name is. He's going to be the new host. And the other guy's name is... Oh, I can't. And I can't find what that guy's name is now. but he's a very funny guy. You'll have seen him in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I think they had to delay production because the actor's wife died.
Oh, man.
So, and of course he had to let the guy grieve and whatnot.
Yeah.
So they had to delay production because of that, I believe. But generally, from what the guy's Twitter seems to be getting back on track. But yeah, looking forward to that. Love me a bit of Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah, it was really funny, the ones I've seen. I haven't seen all of the ones like how you've seen as many. You've seen loads and loads. I've probably seen maybe 15 in total.
Oh, there are so many. But in doing the £100 Kickstarter pledge, gets me a load of digital downloads of old episodes as well.
Wow.
So that's been really good watching some of those. Some
I remember
very
the Adam West
funny.
one I watched around your house.
Oh my god, that's Zombie Nightmare.
Zombies. Yeah.
This old Adam West B movie called Zombie Nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. Such a bad film. When they're fighting in the hot tub thing, it's so weird. Yeah.
So look out for that then.
It's perfect if you've been partaking.
Oh, okay.
And you can just sit back and watch a film, but it's these people taking the mickey out of the film whilst you're watching it.
It's like they're actually at the bottom of the screen, like in the cinema
Oh, what, Mystery Science?
theatre.
Oh, what, they take the mick out of the film?
The film they're watching.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's a film within a TV show.
Yeah. And it ran for 10 seasons, I think.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah, it's
more.
quite a while, isn't it?
Oh, it's just low budget, but amazingly funny.
Okay.
If you talk to a lot of people who like Mystery Science Theatre, you've always got the people who, because for the first 5 seasons there was one presenter, and then for the rest of the show there was another presenter, and you'll get people who are like, Joel was the original guy. He's the creator of the show, but he was the original presenter as well.
Yeah.
And then you've got Mike, who presented the show the following years, and you've got people who are like, oh no, I was a big Joel fan. Mystery Science Theatre wasn't the same when Joel left. And then there's others who are just like, no, Mike all the way, thought Mike was funnier. Because Mike was one of the head writers of the show.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I'm a Mike guy.
You're a
He's
Mike guy.
the funniest.
Mike.
And they've got he takes a mickey out of the film with 2 puppet robots, Crow and Tom Servo. I think Ant's got to run because his train's in a sec.
Yeah.
So that's this week. That felt good.
Ron Jeremy orgasmic.
Yeah. Yes, that's that episode. Sci-fi.
Sci.
Gotta love it.
That was sci-fi. That was games and TV shows.
Was.
And movies.
All of the above. Yeah. So
Did you even say what game you played?
no.
What game did you play?
I played Poncho on the Wii U because it's just come out on the Wii U. So the guys over at
Yes.
Delve Interactive, the guys over there, they were kind enough. Poncho out now on the Wii U, and they sent us over a review code. Really like it on the Wii U.
Is it better than on the... Oh, you got it on PC as well, haven't you?
Yes. Yeah, no, it's just the same, but the Wii U just being able to play on the handheld
Much
works really well.
Oh, okay. Fair dues.
But there you go. Nice little plug at the end.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know where you can find us. Facebook.com/Noah's Arcade UK. Twitter, Noah's Arcade UK. Noah's Arcade UK.com.
What's your
Our
game?
URL. Follow us everywhere.
Podcast.
Wherever you can.
Wherever you
On
can.
mobiles,
Podcast.
laptops, tablets, PCs, Macs, iPods.
Samsung.
Any digital device.
Samsung.
It'll do all of it, yeah. Amazon Fire. That's that tablet, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I've been High Definition.
I've been Monkey Man Phil.
Have you? And I've been Anton Bain.
Have you?
And to sing us out, the acoustic stylings.
Downstairs at the Four Horsemen.
Plug?
Live downstairs at the Four Horsemen this Sunday.
Sunday!
Sunday!